The Treasury bills are showing us where the interest rates are, both the money market funds and the fixed income funds, are going to be in the coming few weeks. But then before we go through this weekly review, the inflation rate this time round will remain unchanged at 4.6%. And on the Treasury bills, there was a very tiny drop, by the way, from what we posted last results, but things are a bit on the same spot generally. The 91-day option returned 7.79%, while the 182 option peer returned the same 7.79%, and the 364-day option, or rather the 1-year option, will return 9.34%, as you can see, which is still fair enough, by the way. And just a quick refresher, for those who are not yet aware, the Treasury bills work in a different way than the other investments, whereby if you wanted to invest 100,000 and the rate of interest is, say, 9%, when you will be investing, you will not deposit the total 100k vile huwa tunafanya, but instead you will quite literally eat your interest today, deposit the remainder, and at maturity you will come to collect the full amount. Okay, nimekukoroga. So for example, 9% of 100k ni 9,000 bob, si ndio? Alafu kuna withholding tax, but just to help understand, ama ile vitu zikuwe simple, utadeposit 9,000 bob less, meaning utadeposit 91,000, alafu utapewa 100k in full wakati imefika maturity. I will post a video tukiwa kwa board calculating the full return, factoring in everything including tax, ndio uelewe poa, cause most of us yenyewe mathematics haitaki oral bila showing illustrations na diagrams, ama ni aje. Anyway, moving to the United States dollar money market funds, Kuza maintained first spot and Dry Associates wali follow suit, as you can see over there at number 2. We did not record a 6% this week, but out of the 12 companies on our list this week, 4 of them recorded 4% return, which is a bit disappointing because last week only 2 companies were at 4%. So saizi imeongezeka. The drops are more than the increases, but if you wish to put your money in the dollar option, I suggest or recommend that you go for the fixed income fund option, which returns much better than the money market fund option in the dollar. And if you check out the likes of Kina Etica USD fixed income fund, appear the rest, you will surely make more than in this option here, money market funds over here. But these ni kwa wale watu wa dollar. Sawa. And guys, remember, whether it is Kenyan shilling or United States dollar fixed income funds, Hizo fixed income funds, they are not like the fixed deposits. They are completely different. And for those wenye hawajui, they are more like the money market funds in almost every aspect. Hakuna kitu ya iko fixed, yeah, apart from where the money is invested. I did a video to differentiate the two, so please try and go through the channel to learn more about these investment opportunities. And coming over to the fixed income fund category, Etica came out first this week, up from position 2. And number 1 wetu wa last week drop all the way to position 6, and that was Nabo. Zimele came in second, and Britam closed the top 3 at number 3. Only one company had a tiny bit increase, but the majority were in red. Only 2 companies recorded above 12%, and Etica stood out, recording 13.03%. The only company above 13. The drop was significant in most of the companies, and I hope next week will look a bit different, hopefully. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the Kenyan shilling money market fund, this week the reds are more than the greens, and also the average will drop again slightly from 9.8% to 9.57%. And things that are worth noting this week is that Gulf Cup, finally he may drop down from position 2 to rest at position 8. And this week the top 3 are Saiton, Etica, and Lofty Coban. This week we do not have 12% in the money market funds, and yet still the 11% are only 7 companies. So generally those still in the double digit space are only kwanzia 14 and above. That means at least we may hit 10% and above. These are only 14 companies. Therefore, looking at our list, half of it is now officially in the single digit return space on the annual effective return. Where is your company, by the way, in this list, and how did it return for you this particular week? There are a few more days left to the end of the year, which is the best time to start planning the next year in advance. If you want to be more responsible with your money, this is the time to get started preparing for the same. Don't eat all your savings, by the way, in the name of the upcoming holidays at Christina kuja unataka kula savings zako zote, unless that was the goal that you are saving for. The upcoming bonuses pia, please invest them and don't eat all of it. And for those who feel like they can't keep anything aside to start saving, you might need to do an audit, yeah, an honest audit of your finances and see where you can rescue some money that is going to expenses that you can either avoid or reduce. Okay, if that's not the case, you might need to take some sacrifices, like make some sacrifices that will put you on the right track to start fixing your finances. It might feel uncomfortable at the moment or right now, but your future self will thank you for these decisions that you're about to make. Make savings as part of your compulsory bills. Just after tax, save, then rent, alafu the rest will follow. These little habits may take you far next year. You see, the same way you might have to like borrow to pay your rent, that seriousness, if you apply it on your savings, some accumulation, it will take you so far, my friend. Open a money market fund account, a fixed income fund account for that sake, and turn it into another bill. Start now, and by next year this time you will have gathered momentum. Kama gava inajipenda sana hadi inakata pesa yako before you even touch it, mbona usijipende na wewe, like ukate hiyo pesa, a portion of it into your money market fund ama your fixed income fund before you even plan for it. Respect yourself, my friend, yeah, respect your future and practice some self-love. Next year is your year. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Happy investing.